I'm taking a little walk with the family right now, and I had to take a few minutes to share my message because what better moment than right now as I got the idea, the insight, the message to share my message with you. There is no better way, there is no better moment. This is the one. And I wanted to share with you that this week, as I was sharing my videos from Wake Up Catalyst channel, in one of the community, Your First 5K by Arlen, one of the members of the community, after watching my videos for the first time, said, I had no clue that it was possible to actually not overthink the background stuff and the script issue, anything that had to do with preparation and showing up live on camera and sharing the message, right? And she felt a deep relief when she saw my videos because she realized that there was another way of doing things. And I can tell you, my people, right now I am showing up in a way that not only satisfies me and that feels good to me, but also that feels kind of effortless, right? Because I am just showing up as me. I don't need any script. I'm just coming up with my message, my ideas, and I don't have anything prepared. Will it always be like that? There might be some videos in the future that's gonna be more prepared, that's gonna be more focused towards another goal, right? But right now, the important is that I'm doing it. And like the member in the community that shared that issue that she had before, after watching before watching my video, I was struggling with the same thing. The month, like last month, I was just sharing in Your First 5K school community that one of my challenges that I don't have a space at home to record my videos. I don't have a setup, and there is no space where I can have that setup because there is just no space, and there's no tranquility or anything like that. There's no single space in my home that I can have that tranquility because the family, right? And so I remember after commenting that, Dion, one of my friends, said, well, Sam, you could do it in your car, you could just turn on your camera and talk in front of the camera in your car. And I was like, after you know what, that's right, this is a nice idea, and that would make it possible. Because even like before she said that, I thought there was no possibility for me, and that YouTube channel thing was not for me. But I knew deep inside that I wanted to do it because I knew there was an opportunity for me to reach a bigger audience on that platform, and also show up in a way that feels good to me on video, sharing my voice, not just the written voice, but the spoken voice. And so when she said that, I was like, you know what? There's actually a way. There's always a way, right? I can even, find myself a spot indoor to record. I can find myself a spot somewhere else outside of home. But you know what? The other struggle is the schedule is tight, right? The schedule is really tight. And what I did instead, it took me a few weeks, right, before doing it. But what I did instead is I just started to go out having walks by myself. Right now I'm with the family having that little walk, but I just started to go on walk and making my body move and just enjoying the forest, usually going in the forest and the nature. And I started generating, like just doing that, moving my body I started generating more ideas. And I was like, I gotta capture those insight. I gotta capture those insight as I walk, as I move. And I started doing it. And that is what I want to share with you right now. Because if you're like me, before seeing all those people sharing their wisdom, their skills, their knowledge on YouTube, thinking that this is the only way to have your YouTube YouTube office set up in your house, looking pretty, looking like having all the gears possible to make it sound, you know, like the best quality. If you think that is the only way, this is false, my people, because there are so many other ways, so many other so many other ways that you can actually start to show up in a way that's gonna feel good to you, right? I found my way. I want to submit to you that you have your own way. It might be kind of like me, it might be something like in another way, but I wanna invite you to start realizing that it doesn't have to be perfect. Right now it's the weekend. I chose not to post on the weekend, but I can, anytime I get an idea, an insight, I want to make sure that I record it as it's happening, because this is the best moment to record it. So whenever you have something inside of you, yes, you can note it down, take the notes and record the video later. But what if, as you get the idea, you just take a moment, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, it's up to you, but you just press record and you start recording. You press record and you start recording. Yeah, double. So that you don't overthink it. You do it as it comes. And now, as you do it more often, it's gonna come naturally to you. And it's gonna become more and more effortless. And you're gonna look back and you're gonna realize, like, why did I overcomplicate that? Why did I overthink the whole process? It doesn't have to be complicated, my people, right? And so that I want to invite you to do that more often. Right now I am about to press stop on the recording. The message is sent, the message is shared, and I'm about to enjoy the rest of the walk with my family. As simple as that. How can you implement that right now, immediately, today, without no further waiting for permission, further throwing some excuses in the air, further hoping that you finally get the right setup in place? There is no perfect setup, but the one you find yourself in right now with your message to deliver to your people that needs to hear it.